Okay, boomer, or the term that all Generation Z will be known for inventing because of its prestigeness. Well, boomers, from 1946 to 1965 describes all boomers, or the baby boom, and it's describing people who invented and coined the term Peter Pan syndrome. The Peter Pan syndrome is the syndrome where you never want to grow up. You always want to stay making money off of videos and stuff like this. Stuff like making videos, making music, making TV shows and all this stuff that really doesn't seem like it will happen. But okay, boomer is the correct response to this. And if we go and we look, a New Zealand lawmaker shuts down a heckler by saying, okay, boomer. This happened. I mean, I guess the man went home and cried, because I don't know what I would do if I was called a boomer in the audience of a New Zealand lawmaking ceremony. I don't really know, but that's like the whole thing. Anyhow, we have the okay boomer marks the end of friendly relationships and generational relationships. Now it's war. Now it's war. Generation Z is finally snapped over climate change and financial inequality. This is really more of a question. Have they snapped, and is okay boomer the mark of the end of generational relations? It's basically a no. It's a no. Taylor Lorenz writes in her post that it's more of less a state of mind. Boomerism is a state of mind, not the generations from 46 to 65. That's more or less the generation. But the boomers are the people who are jealous of this new, and they think that all this stuff is really not their fault to fix, and it's really the new generation is the boomer statement, or just somebody who's being a narcissist. You have people saying of the 18-year-old, like all these people responding in the Times, New York Times article saying that we're not taking a jab at boomers as a whole, we're not really trying to take their lives. That's not the whole deal. And in the CNN article, or the video on YouTube that they posted lately, they actually interview Miss Lorenz, and they actually start communicating over, is it ageist? And let me tell you that it's not ageist, because if it was ageist, all the boomers would have a very big issue with being ageist. The fact is that, because of them saying that we're like millennials are snowflakes, and that they're judged by this, and that that millennials have so many issues, that this is just such a big thing and a big topic. But it really isn't. The whole deal is that like it's not ageist to do that. It's not. Ageist is the keeping people out of jobs, keeping people out of places, forcing the old people, like the new people, to not do something. That's the whole deal. And I'm not talking about like laws that say you can't drive because that's warranted. I am talking about like if we were back to segregation, but it was just ageism. That's what I'm talking about. I also want to bring in how Taylor Lorenz just demolishes this anchor, this anchor in the CNN video, when he says the millennials have invented the term. And as all of us Gen Zs know, we have invented that term. That is ours, not you millennials. And that's what she says. She's like
90s. And beyond that is Gen Z.
It's actually Gen Z that coined the term "okay boomers." Millennials didn't have anything to do with it, so it was the teenagers of today.
So in the whole idea of this, is okay boomer really just like a big thing that we need to take care of? It doesn't warrant all of this attention. It's a joke. Just how snowflakes is a joke. If we use snowflakes to describe people, we use snowflake to describe people that are very emotional, it's just, because brittle and melt. So that's the whole idea. It doesn't really matter. All I have to say is that, in the end of all this, okay boomer is just a saying, it's a meme, and it's only describing a state of mind that people have. A boomer could even be a millennial. like this is possible, according to what this is really all about. Boomers is not actually describing the 46 to 65 range of born, like when you were born then. It was termed that way because the old dude who made the Patty Pran syndrome. That was the first thing. And he was insulting everybody in the Millennials and Gen Z, if we want to bring up that. He was insulting more people than we are as a generation. So all in all, okay Boomer is just kind of a statement that really is just like more of a thing, like how the boomers, baby boomers, or boomers are called, calling the Gen X millennials and the millennials, using that as kind of a joke between them by calling them just millennials. Millennials just use their iPhones all the time. Millennials are so stupid. Like, that's some of the examples. Boomers are so stupid. Boomers don't know how to use iPhones. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole 360 slope. So you shouldn't be afraid of using it, and you shouldn't be offended by the word, because it really is a mindless state. It's not towards the baby boomers, it's more of just a state of mind. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't meaning to harm anybody or anything of that sort, so if this offended you, I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. So as you can see, I'm editing this right now, so this is going in after the video. I hope you guys all have a good day.
Okay,